because of flight delays, because of whatever, I can't get to an internet connection. I need to close these trades so I can move on. And that's part of trading too. Nothing's perfect in trading.
This is the How to Trade Stocks and Options podcast, brought to you by 10MinuteStockTrader.com, where we cover finance, stocks, options, entrepreneurship, education, and money. And here's your host, voted one of the top 100 people in finance, Christopher Ewell.
Are you ready to effortlessly take the guesswork out of trading in only 10 minutes a day? Well, the 10-Minute Trading Room is exactly what you've been looking for. Head to 10-Minute Trading Room right now to learn more and trade alongside us inside the 10-Minute Trading Room. Be sure to like, subscribe, and watch all of our past episodes. Good afternoon, traders. Happy Thursday. Happy July 20th, the year of our Lord 2023. Don't forget, a week from yesterday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week are going to be Discord-only days. I am traveling to Atlanta to do some consulting with the credit union, and then I'm going to take a couple days off. So that is the plan. So do not forget, next week will be the half of next week will be Discord days. However, I know that the Discord communication is working really, really well for us. I've gotten a lot of feedback from our team saying that they appreciate the fact that I can let them know what's happening in the morning, and by the afternoon, we can execute it together and make it happen. So thank you all for coming this afternoon. Dr. Sinclair, good to see you. Donna, good to see you. So let's not waste any extra time, and let's jump right into our market analysis. Okay, welcome to the 10-Minute Trading Room. This is how to trade in only 10 minutes a day and exactly how to take the guesswork out of trading. Now, with our outlier trading strategy, it always starts with the market. We need to trade with the trend of the market. So the first thing that we need to establish is, which way is the trend? Well, that's pretty easy. When you look at the 10 over the 20 with price over the 50, and then same for MMFI. This is new. This is a change we've made. But it is definitely worth doing. So here's the MMFI. As you can see, I don't know how. I gave it an honest try. I don't know how to change the colors. So if someone knows how to change the colors inside a bar chart, will you let me know? Because these are just the default colors. Because I want to get them to match our colors, the blue, red, and black. Either way, we have the 10 over the 20 with price over the 50 on the MMFI, so that's trending up. We go to the SPY. And we finally got a pullback today. Let me clean up my notes here. We finally got a pullback with the 10 over the 20, price over the 50. We needed this pullback. It's not much, but we needed this pullback. The market had gotten so extended, there was nothing, and I mean nothing. I mean, I would go through hundreds of stocks. Nothing was showing relative strength greater than the SPY, which is really unusual. So this may not be the entirety of the pullback, but at least it's a start. So this is still bullish. MMFI is bullish, and so that means we are definitely in a bullish trend. Now the next step would be to take any trades off if we had them on, but we are in cash right now. So today is an offensive day. All market conditions are lined up, and we would start with existing positions. In fact, let me move the slide there. Been tweaking the slides a little bit. All right, so the next step would be to grab the outlier data and run our scanners, which I've already done, save you a little bit of time. And what I have is a list of 62 stocks. Oh, this view isn't so great. What I have is a list of 62 stocks. Of that list of 62 stocks, 2 are showing to have themselves set up for entry. And let me just type those in real quick. It's Cost and MS, Morgan Stanley. So none of the others are being set up for entry, and because of that, Victor, good to see you, dude. And because of that, those are the only 2 that we're even looking to trade. Now Cost, I'll tell you right now, we're not going to trade because Cost, all of the options are over $10. And we need to see options, that's my limit. It's just my limit. $10 is my limit, so I'm not going to be trading anything at Cost. However, Morgan Stanley, let's take a look at that. I believe, as long as this is still set up, which it is, we're good to go. Now, this shows 132% on the relative strength right now, and a 64% relative strength delta. meaning it's 64 percentage points more than it was a week ago. Look at this. Bam! That's what you want to see on your relative strength. Yes, sir. Now, a lot of that has to do with the fact that the SPY's finally coming down, while at the same time, Morgan Stanley is going up, up, and up, and up. That's what you want right there. That is beautiful. So, the amount of risk that we'd be taking, which I think is appropriate to talk about each time we put on a trade, is how much risk are we looking to put on? We're looking to put on just $1. Just $1. So the ATR value is currently at, let's call it 2. It's at 198. So if we're doing half an ATR from entry, or the 10, we go with whichever is less, right? Less risk. And so that's only $1. So this is not updated. This is when I was looking at it earlier today, and we'll update this in just a minute. But that looks good to me. So let's go to the next step here. We already looked at the relative strength, and those two pulled through. We've back tested it on the outlier signals and the trend spider back test. Now, the outlier signals, the only one that I could confirm actually came through was one $5 winner back in January. So not a lot of data to go through, but that was okay. And then when I ran the strategy tester using my outlier theory, I came with 122%, and I drew on here what the average. Now, whenever you see this, right, whenever you see the blue cloud, keep in mind that's the average. The average is this dark blue line. The best 25% is the top of that. The worst 25% is the bottom of this. This is the average result. That's over 51 positions with a 49% win rate in the last 3 years, last 1,000 candles. So this is a really, really solid setup here. I'm liking it a lot. We have positive expectancy, so we're good to go. Next, relative strength. We already got that. In fact, I may need to switch these slides around, but either way. And finally, double back testing, liquidity. Oh, that's what I meant. This is the liquidity slide. Sorry, my bad. Brian, good to see you. This is the liquidity slide. We're looking at 21 days plus to expiration, 250 plus open interest, and less than 50-cent bid-ask spread. Let's take a look at this option chain real quick, because when I saw this, I was like, holy moly. Open interest. We're at August 18th, so the monthly contract there. Look at the amount of open interest on the calls. Like, it's big, big money going in on the calls here. That's what we want to see. So, August 18th, 90 calls gets us to extrinsic value of about 10% or so, 58 cents on 450. And open interest, as you saw, is huge. And delta, just for fun, is 80. I always like to point that out because it's basically around 80. Click into that. There we go. Usually around 80. That's just how the math works out. So this is good to go. I have, from my end, this is set up completely 100%. Like I say, we're only taking $1 of risk. If it works, we're going to let it run. If it doesn't, we're going to take our trade off. We're going to stop out with $1 of risk, and that's going to be it. So I'm going to put this trade on the business account. August 18th, 90 calls in Morgan Stanley, and let's see where I can get filled. All right, so once again, this is the August 18th, 90 calls in Morgan Stanley. Let's see if I can get filled for 440. I'm working 440. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go up, aren't I? Working 445. Okay, I'm in. Average fill price 444. 444 was my average fill price. All right, so that is that's all the trades that I got set up for today. It's currently at 93.83, so let's go make those updates here real quick. 93.83 is opening. It's easy enough to know a half ATR since it's $2. We're going to call this 92.83. We're going to say 95.83 for the 1 ATR and 97.83 for the 2 ATR. Boom. All right, so that's it, right? We'll give it $1. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, and we move on. Right, that's the way you've got to look at trading, is we're going to give it a chance. If it's going to work, we're going to let it work. We're going to go along with it as long as it can. Otherwise, we'll get out. Just take a quick look at the outlier data. I forgot to show you that. Oh, I may have to refresh the page. I think I'd had that up for like an hour. There we go. I like to look at the heat map. There we go. You can see it's been in a sell signal for a little bit, and just today, remember, we're only looking at things when they're trending upward, and today it's now trending upward. Just today, it's got the buy signal that we wanted to see. So all that looks good. We'll keep this on from a outlier target perspective until it reaches roughly this shade of green. And I don't know when that's going to be. It could be tomorrow. It could be 3 weeks from now. I don't know. But from an outlier target perspective, we'll keep that on. Otherwise, we'll follow the 10 and the half ATR to get it out. So that's going to be all the trading for today. Let me drop this in the Discord while I got you on the line here. Actually, I probably could copy this real quick. There we go. So this was 7/20/23. Trade number 1. Bought MS 90 calls. What is this? 8. Hang on. What was the date? 8/18. 23. 90 straight calls for $4.44, I believe was what I got filled at. Yes. Okay. Trade number 1 bought Morgan Stanley 8/18/23. 90 calls for $4.44. When trading at 93.83. Boom. Okay, good to go. All right, so that's going to be all of the trading for today. Let's move to our final thoughts. Okay, if tomorrow is a... Oh, actually, I forgot. I have a doctor's appointment right during the time of our call tomorrow. So here's what I'm going to plan on doing. Tomorrow's just going to have to be Discord only. I'm not going to be able to meet it. My wife wants me to go to a dermatologist, and I have no desire to do this whatsoever. Like, I was fighting her last night, and like, she made the appointment. She's making me go. I have this weird thing on my head. It's really hard to see. You might be able to see. I'm not sure. But, like, the color on my head is all, like, different. So, yeah, that's actually a decent view right there. I don't know what that is, but she just wanted me to go to a dermatologist. Brian, we need to coordinate on meeting up next week. I definitely don't want to miss that. Looking forward to it. So, tomorrow's going to be Discord only day. Sorry about that. Just got to deal with this stupid thing. Okay, so let's take a look real quick at our final thoughts. Victor, I found this and I'm like, I was thinking of you today earlier, my dude. Losing a large sum of money or blowing out an account or two happens, right? It happens to everybody. So I don't know this. Oh, Mark Cook, there he is. Okay, I was gonna say I don't recognize him from the picture, but Mark Cook, the self-taught trader who blew his account up 7 times before becoming profitable. 7 times. And he still lives on the farm where he grew up and is regarded as one of the best traders in the world over the span of a 30-year career. 7 times. But you know what this dude said to himself? I know I can do this. I know this is going to work. I just got to keep going. I bet it took him 6 times before he figured out his position sizing. Persistence is required for trading success. If it were not for relentless persistence, none of these traders would have turned out to be profitable. Oh, and this guy lives an hour from him. From Matt at No BS Trades. But that's the thing. You've got to have that persistence in order to be successful at trading, right? You're not going to win every trade. You're going to get a few trades in a row wrong. It happens. But you're also going to get a few trades in a row right. So yeah, you've got to get out when the time comes, right? You've got to follow your rules. Brian says, listen to your wife or you'll regret it and have no peace. Alright, Brian, we'll make it happen. Victor says, just so everyone knows, I didn't follow some of the rules. And yeah, he lost money. But what he realized, and what we've talked about several times, is don't trade while on vacation, right? Because the mental clarity is not the same. For example, let's say you're going on a ski lift, right? I think Jorn had this actually specifically. Let's say you're going skiing with the family. You're not enjoying skiing when in the back of your mind you think, oh, do I need to close trades today? Oh, is this working for me? Oh, do I need to take this off? Oh, am I following the rules? Ain't nobody got time for that. So that's why I always say, if you're going on vacation, if you're not in a place where you can take care of business, just get out, right? And for next week, I'll be able to do it on Discord. But if something comes up and I cannot, I will close it. And I'll let you know. Because of flight delays, because of whatever, I can't get to an internet connection. I need to close these trades so I can move on. And that's part of trading too. Nothing's perfect in trading. But what you've got to do is roll with the punches, have that persistence, and never give up. So thank you all so much for coming to today's 10-minute trading room. Really appreciate your time. Really appreciate your attention. We have one new trade on in Morgan Stanley, and we'll see how it turns out. Thank you all so much for coming. I will see you right back here tomorrow. Talk soon. Hey, don't forget, head to 10minutetradingroom.com to learn how to effortlessly take the guesswork out of trading in only 10 minutes a day and start trading right beside us in the 10-minute trading room.